Hello, everyone, and welcome to another CROWE Tips Betting Show on a Friday. Today we are live. Last week I did a pre-recording, so I thought this time we'll have a little live show. And as I said, we're going to tone it back a bit, rein it back a bit on the records and keep it casual, far more casual than it has been. We haven't had the best of weeks in the last couple of weeks, but that's all good. We'll get that improving. And as you know, we brought you. This is brought to you by BOYLESPORTS, of course. As you know, all the markets that I talk through on the show are from Boyles, and we've got some exciting promos and features to come up ahead in the weeks ahead. So we're looking forward to that. So hopefully that will help evolve the show. So as I wanted this to be as engaging as possible with guys in the chat, but of course we are still growing the show. So I've also had a few guests in the previous weeks, as you know, and there's a few new guests lined up in the weeks ahead. So hopefully we'll continue to move forward, grow the show, and obviously hopefully add value to your guys' punting weekends, right? But this weekend's quite interesting. We don't have much local football or provincial football, whatever you want, club football is what they call it in football, and soccer is obviously. All the big leagues are off this weekend for internationals, Euro qualifiers, and friendlies. So there's a bit of English lower league football going on, which I have eyed out one or two games there. Thankfully, no German football, because the old German footballs let me down a little bit the last few weeks. But we've got obviously the World Cup quarterfinals to enjoy and look forward to. And I love it when it comes to this part of the competition, when it's the strength versus strength, the best versus best, and usually you can draw out a lot of bets. So I think for this week, I'm actually going to start. I'm actually just going to go straight into looking at the markets for each of those games. And if you're online, obviously, as you guys are aware, just start posting what you like or what your best bets are. And when I put my best bets up, tell me I'm being stupid. Tell me I'm way off it, and we'll discuss it. But I think let me actually start. Let's bring up the Boyles website for now, and we will. I hope you guys can see the Boyles website at the moment. Yeah, we're on the Ireland game. That's right. So let's go straight into the Ireland New Zealand game. Going to be a cracking game. At the moment, we're looking at what Boyles have got up. They've got a couple of alternative handicaps at the moment. We don't, unfortunately, as yet have the points line, which maybe was disappointing. Hopefully, I was hoping we would have some points lines out already to discuss. As this game, I think, will have points in it. So I think the cap's going to be around 45 points there. And I think New Zealand defense just has been nowhere the last couple of years. And Ireland are quite good on attack. And New Zealand are also going to provide points on the day. So, in terms of picking this one, my heart says New Zealand. My head says Ireland. I don't know if you've been following. I still have New Zealand as a SUPERBRU pick. I still feel in a once-off game, Ireland are actually beatable. I don't think they're as mightily magnificent as everyone says. Let's be honest. They are beatable. The books could have beaten them the other day. New Zealand hammered them only last year. So New Zealand, for me, are in this game. But for me, the cap, I don't think there's value. If you want it, I think there is value in taking Ireland. If you're an Ireland backer, maybe take Ireland on the -1.5, -1 and 3.5. If they're going to win, I think they're probably going to do it well. I don't think it's going to be too close. Otherwise, I think they might pull away. So if you're an Ireland backer, take money. The money line price is pretty good, actually. But if you want more value, take it on the minus. But as I say, I'm going to stick to points there, honestly. So, Fletcher Loxton, thank you for joining. Tila is a little bit of an oopsie, right? When I saw the team sheet yesterday, obviously Leicester stuck out straight away as an inclusion, because Taylor has been form wing for the last 16 months, 18 months. And I thought, okay, well, that's a tactical one. That's Leicester, because Leicester gets well in around the rucks and running inside lines, bashing the ball up. And I thought that was a counter, attack onto maybe or trying to offset Bandiaki over there and so on. But then obviously saw Taylor was actually out for discipline, which is also not a great sign if players clearly want to forfeit a quarterfinal for whatever. Obviously, he was having a great night in Paris, eh? But as I said, yeah, I think when the points come out, 45, I'm gonna, when I make final plays tomorrow, over 45. I think this game goes over 50 points, no problem. So I'm gonna stop sharing that one now, and I'm gonna add in the next game that we can look at, and let's have a look at this one. What we got here. Yeah, Wales, Argentina, another interesting one. Yeah, I'm liking Wales there as well. But I think Argies have a game in them. I think they're both missing massive players that contribute to what they do, and with Matera out, Falata out, but Wales just look far more solid than Argentina and just feel like they offer more as a team. And I think Wales will grind them out. And again, looking at what's on offer at Boyles, again, not value. I would take the Wales. I don't think Wales at 1.54 is worth taking. Like taking Ireland 1.71 is a better bet. You could put this in a multi. Yeah, you could also go on the plus handicap here. Argentina plus 6.5. I have a Wales between 1 and 7. So I think it's going to be closer than a lot of other people are thinking. But for now, possibly Argentina on the plus 6.5 here, 169. So you get RG plus 6.5. So Wales, if you think it's going to be close, you've got Wales to win by 5, and you covered if Argentina wins. So I think this plus 6.5 in a multi could be a good one. I think this is also another one. I know people might not agree. These games between these two generally are lower scoring affairs, or can be. But I think at the moment Wales look a lot more like scoring than they used to. In Argentina, same. They're a bit iffy. They've just got themselves into scrap fests previously, and I just wonder. I as a punter, I must say, I like my points. So when I see anything under 45, my ears are pricked, my eyes are pricked, and I have a look. So I still another one that I'm leaning on over the points. I think Wales could win, but I don't like anything on taking them bigger than maybe the money line. But I say that the alt one is quite a good one. So hopefully we'll get points out soon on Boyles. So anyone who's watching, just please drop in anything you like, comment on what I'm saying. I'm just giving you a bit of an overview of what I'm thinking, and we'll cook up some best bets after I've gone through these games. So I'll stop that game, and we'll bring in the next game. And England Fiji. So this is one game that's stuck out to me so far. Like, I am very, very confident England win. I think they have enough. I was very much, the handicap's at minus 8.5, and I always thought that was a bit high, and I thought England could beat Fiji by more than 8.5. And I know there's people saying Fiji look tired. There's problems in the Fiji camp. And this is the thing with my head. I start thinking and can turn myself around, go around in circles. But maybe Fiji have one last hurrah. And I'm going to throw it out there. And I actually said this. If George Ford was starting at 10, I would say England minus 8. With Farrell starting at 10, Fiji plus 8. So I'm not actually going to move from that. I still think England have enough, but I don't agree that Farrell should be anywhere near this England's team. I've been saying this for 2 years. I don't think he adds any value whatsoever anymore. And he was good. Don't get me wrong, he was good. when he played again behind the best pack in provincial rugby, and when England were half decent, he looked half decent, but now he looks nowhere, and he is nowhere. So Fiji plus 8.5 is now sticking out quite strongly. I think England win. I think they're going to do enough, but I think Fiji are in this game. And again, the plus 8.5 covers the England win, which I think they will, but not more than 8. And if Fiji come home and win by 2, that bet will arrive. So for the first one, I'm saying I like Fiji. Fiji plus 9.5 is actually one of my better bets. So I'm gonna try something here at the moment. I'm gonna put a little ticker going here and trying to get fancy here. So at the moment, as an option, single best bet is Fiji plus 1.90. I like that for now. As I say, a lot dependent on the team sheet, and I think this will, we all write in off Fiji, and I think this is the position Fiji like. They were hyped up. They were hyped up when they played Wales. They hyped up when they beat Australia, and then they've gone off the boil. Losing to Portugal is not a good look at all. But this will be so typical to just have one last hurrah. So we'll have a look at that one. So we'll go on to the next games. And let's go. I'm trying to keep hold of my tabs, yeah. And share. This one. Yeah, South Africa, France. Yeah, we got South Africa, France. Also another beaut of a game, and like New Zealand and Ireland, people have been making a case for both. I think all things equal, the Ireland New Zealand game, if all things were equal, which rugby is not 80% of the time, Ireland win that game. But there's other macro factors and other factors to think about. In this game as well, maybe for me they're equal teams on paper, just about equal. Maybe South Africa, just a little bit of a stronger side. But again, we're playing more than just France, 15 players. It's the home World Cup, home fans. I'm not saying the ref is going to cheat, but the home team ref calls happen in every year. We all know this. They happen. They do happen. So just go check South Africa versus France in that semi-final in 95. So so South Africa might be a slightly better team, but they're up against it, and it'll be super impressive if they win. And again, I'm going to lean to points here. I think the points is about 44. I think we're going to see a lot of kicks, and there will probably be a try or two. And that, if you have 3 penalties each, you're up to 18, 2 tries, you're up into the mid-30s, and you're getting close to a points line that's they're offering for the match. Again, Boyles at the moment, unfortunately, don't have it. I'm even going to stay with the caps. I can't trust the caps that they're given at the moment. And I find this game very, very hard to. I've been saying France to win this World Cup since a couple of years. So in theory, I should be keeping that, but I'm also not going to live. I like to also bet what's in front of me, and what in front of me is a very, very good Springboks side. Even though I don't know, with Faf, Willie, Pollard on the bench makes no sense. You'd think with all their involvement in the last 4 years, they'll all build into a crescendo of those guys starting, but the book spoiled the party there, and King Quibus is starting. He should have been starting scrum for the last 5 years, so he's got his opportunity in the big moment. But I don't think it's just that. There's far more reasons for why they've picked this team, and why they've gone this route. So again, points, if the points are out, I would like that. Actually, so I'm gonna keep this game out of my bets, and I'm gonna stop sharing that. And so guys, Krubus hat trick for there he is. Yeah, Lavini card. Well, if unfortunately we don't have as many markets that are available in the market, but I think there's some good value on the cards in the Wales game, because the cards and kind of dried up or became a lot less than we were expecting. There's some good value on cards, and I think, Wes, you mentioned it in the show, on our show yesterday, that there hasn't been someone mentioned there hasn't been a straight red yet. In the straight, surely, I'm a big law of averages. I love trends and laws of averages, and I think this weekend we can see a straight red in any of those games. I think that could be a good bet if we could find it, actually. As I say, at the moment, Boyles aren't offering too many exotics. But I'm going to share my screen again and go. There's also, I don't know, English Premiership Rugby. I didn't mention that. That started this weekend. I love English Prem. And yeah, it's one of my favorite bets in tournaments. But also, by my rules, I don't ever go big on a first round. I like to observe. And if I do play for interest, I put a plus on. I did this experiment for the NPC a couple of months ago. There were 8 first round games. I said, just put money on the plus. Don't even look at anything. Go and walk the dog. And 7 out of the 8 games pluses arrived. So it proved my theory that there's not enough form to go by to make big predictions of a team being completely on form already when you just don't have a sample size for the season. So if you're interested, put a few coin on plus for every Premiership game. They do actually look like they favor the pluses. I think if you took the plus on every English Prem game, you'll be doing well. But I'm going to bring up tonight's game. It's a very nice starting game. It's Bristol at home to Leicester with some nice players in both teams. So I quite like this game. They have it as a choice game at the moment, basically. Well, Leicester, Bristol 1 point favorites. I'm leaning to Leicester should be the 1 or 2 point favorite. So here's another one I really like. I'm liking the Leicester plus 6.5 a lot at 1.42. So I'm putting that into a multi. I like Leicester to win tonight. Got some good names, Varatava on the wing and on the bench for Bristol, Luatua, but I think Luatua is a bit past it. I don't think he's as influential as he used to be, but Leicester's backline is still solid. They've got Joe Powell starting for them today as well. Liebenberg's still there. Potter, very, very good Leicester side in my opinion. A bit more solid than Bristol. I feel like Bristol need a few games to get into gear. So I'm going to take what I think is the better side on the first day on a Friday night. Again, points would be nice here, but we don't have points at the moment. But yeah, I like Leicester plus 6.5 in a multi, and I've got another game which I'm going to add that multi to. And that's into the NPC semi-final tomorrow. Wellington are at home to Hawke's Bay. And Wellington and Hawke's Bay played 2 weeks ago for the Ranfurly. I also called this on the show. If you guys watched Fan Forum yesterday, called it yesterday. That I really like Wellington to grudge match. I really like Wellington to put things right here. And Hawke's Bay have had a lot of distractions because they basically destroyed. Did some interesting things to the Ranfurly Shield, and no one's happy with them in New Zealand. Whole big controversy. So I think, and also Wellington on top of the log. I think they do the deed and put Wellington right again. So yeah, I like that double. So that's also actually another double that I'm going to put in. I think we've got a ticker going at the bottom here as well. So that's another best bet. But as I say, if you guys are watching and listening to me ramble on about the bets in this week, if you guys have got any bets, of course, let me know what you like. I'm happy to discuss it. Happy to put it in. We have what we call a fan bets section, which we've been running. But to say we need to up the game here. We need to up the form. So I'm happy to put my 3 best bets for the weekend, and I've given 2 already. The Fiji plus 9 and that double. And we can have a look at some others. Well, that's the rugby. As I said, like if there were points lines and alt points lines, we'll be cooking up a lot of points bets. I'll be giving some 1 to 12 bets out here, which is also a very nice market I like, especially in these close games. Go Wales 1 to 12, go Ireland 1 to 12, England 1-12. Put that in a double, it's about 6-1. I think there's been some people wanting us to go a little bit more aggressive or less conservative and give you some bigger multis. So again, if there's availability for Boyles at the moment, we would do that, but at time of market it's not. But that's say we'll work with Boyles, and we'll try to make sure when I'm on the show live that we have more markets, or maybe we'll even change the show time. But for my last recommendation for the weekend, we're going to go to old soccer, as we call it in South Africa, but football. And like I said, there are a few English games, and 2 games have stood out for me on the weekend in the lower divisions in League One. We got CROWE at home to Tranmere. CROWE are going really well at home, scoring also a lot of goals, third highest scorers. I would say they're going to score 2 goals. I'm happy that they do that. So you can put that as a single. Home goals at 1.86. That could be a best bet. But at the moment, I'm going to be a little bit conservative. We'll give 2 options. But let's say they definitely score 1 goal. And I really like Wrexham. Wrexham did us the dirty a few weeks ago as a fan bet. We had them at -2. They got a red card in the first half. But they are a solid side, and especially at home. And where are they? Yeah, Wrexham at home to Salford. I see Wrexham scoring 3 goals at home. Definitely 2 goals, but I would say 3. But again, let's buy a goal off the bookies. Let's take them at over 1.5, and you got a nice little double again, yeah, at 1.78. But as like I said, if you want to drop Wrexham, you take Salford as a single scoring 2 goals, and I think that's going to be pretty all right. So that is another one. So yeah, if there's any guys that want to give a recommendation, those are the three bets at the moment. I'll give a recap quickly, and then and then we can just wrap it up there. If there's nothing else that you guys want to discuss in terms of the bets, and say we haven't had the best of weeks lately, so I think it's time to change that form around, and hopefully we can bring out the brooms this week. And the broom clean sweep means get them all right, bring out the brooms, and we'll be cleaning up with the broomsticks next week, hopefully. So let me just stop the sharing, and I'll give you a quick recap of the 3 best bets that I've just come up with. And there they are. Yeah. So Leicester plus 6.5 tonight against Bristol, with Wellington tomorrow. Money line 1.99. English. Okay. This slide wasn't updated. I have England plus 9 as the best bet. It was the toss up between the 2, so I do apologize. It's England plus 9.5. However, this was side by side. I like my second half high scoring, so I'll make a summary. I'll send it out and onto X later. But yeah, England plus 9, or take the second half. But I'm just as comfortable with both. And Wrexham 1.5, over 2 goals, or 2 goals to at least, with CROWE over 1 at 1.78 is the other best bet. So yeah, guys, thank you very much. Thank you, Wes and Fletcher, for joining in the comments. Yeah, if you do put some bets on tail, good luck. Yeah, it's really time for us to get those get a good roll running, and I'm sure it's coming soon. And looking forward to many more guests, many more varieties of how we're going to do the show. So hopefully we'll keep growing, and do appreciate the support that we've had so far. Enjoy the rugby and have a great punting weekend. Cheers, everyone.